I had no idea what I was going to talk about today. That's part of the reason why I'm so late. But what I did was what I sometimes do. I Googled it. I Googled grief and then clicked on news to see what's in the news regarding grief. And I saw an article about ghost bots. At this point, it's text-based where you load in, or your loved one loads in, texts and emails and transcripts of conversations, so that the chat bot gets an idea of the tone and style of your loved one or of you, if you're going to make this available to your loved ones in the future, so that you can have conversations. So far, it's text-based conversations with a friend or relative after they're gone. It's probably not going to be long before you'll be able to video chat with somebody who's gone, because, they can replicate their facial features, they can replicate the voice. It's not going to be that's much of a leap before that's available. But should it be? Should it be available? I don't think so. First of all, it's not them. Even though it's trained to be like them, it's only going to regurgitate things that they've said to you previously, or it's going to pull things off the internet that your person would have, no way of knowing 5 years after their death. So even the reality of it would be suspect as far as the accuracy, right? But even if it was completely accurate, even if it mimicked, yesterday was Mother's Day, even if it mimicked your mother completely, looked like her, sounded like her, said the things that she would normally say, it's not healthy. We experience grief for a reason. It's our mind and our body's way of saying goodbye, of dealing with the passing of someone we cared about. And we have to experience grief in all of its forms in order to move forward in a healthy manner. We can't be who we should be until we experience the grief, until we acknowledge it and accept it and experience it. And delaying that or negating it completely by having a representative of your mother, it's just wrong. And I am all for AI in some instances. I've used it to come up with ideas for my little talks here. I've used it to come up with an outline for a book. The actual book is going to be my words, but if I really wanted to, I could have it write the entire book, which I don't. I just wanted the outline. People, I don't have a problem with that. I had AI draw a little baby dragon that I'm using is on some of my posts, some of my graphics is like my my little mascot for my business, for my coaching business, just to give a little bit of humor, a little smile to a serious subject. Most people, when they do come to me, they're ready to want to laugh and smile again. They're not usually in the depths of despair. They're stuck. They want to move forward, but it's just not happening for whatever reason. And so we figure out the reason and we help them move forward. I help them move forward. But they're definitely a part of it. And I don't think you can truly move forward if you have that person available to you all the time. Even if it's not real, I think you could become way too attached to an AI representation of your loved one. I think it's going to be quite a long time before we have a physical representation, where the androids that appear like our lost loved ones. So hopefully that will never happen. But I don't think it would be healthy. You can't move forward when the reminder of them is there. I mean, obviously you're going to remember them, but when the temptation to turn to what seems to be them, you got a decision to make, so you ask your mom for advice, or you talk to your husband about financial issues. Maybe he was the money man in the family, and you didn't. Okay, where should I put my money? Should I invest it, or should I save it, or should I spend it? Should I buy this or that, or should I sell the house? There may be some real ramifications that would come up. What do you all think? Would you want to have text conversations with your lost loved ones? We'll forget even the video chatting, but just text. Would you want to have text conversations with someone you've lost? Is that something that you would rely on, or would you be able to use it just once in a while? I think a lot of people would use it as a crutch. I think anybody that would go to the extent of creating a bot like that would I think they've got other issues. They're not ready for real life, that they're too dependent on something that isn't real. And that's as bad as being dependent on drugs or alcohol or food or any other crutch that we use to help us get through our grief. And some crutches if you know you can use it just for, the really hard days and put it aside, maybe. But for the most part, a crutch for grief isn't really a good thing, because you have to feel it. You have to process the emotions. And if you've got an easy out, somebody that, or something that you can have a conversation with, that seems like, your mother or your husband or your sister or brother or best friend or whoever. I think it's dangerous. Not in the grand scheme of thing. It's not dangerous as like national security type of dangerous. I think it's personally dangerous. It's dangerous to our mental health. And yeah, I know some company is going to come up with it and offer it, and I really hope that we as a society are smart enough not to buy into it. I don't wish anybody harm, but I would like to see a company fail at this. Let me know what you think. Leave a note in comments. I would love to get this conversation moving forward. Are you for this or against it? And why? Would you use it? Would you be tempted? Let me know. All right. Have a great rest of your Monday and a wonderful week. I'll see you next week at the same time, if not before.